Hey guys, I'm gonna take a second to review factoring trinomials. This is where the leading coefficient is 1. So to refresh our memories, you have to figure out what multiplies to the last term that also adds to the middle term. So the way we did it in class is we make a little bit of a chart here. So I think of numbers that multiply to 10 that also add to 7. So we have 1 and 10, and we have 2 and 5. So since 2 and 5 do both multiply to 10 and add to 7, this is going to be the pair we're going to use. So we're going to take this expression, we're going to split it up into two binomials. So we're going to split the x's up, and then we're going to insert the factors, x plus 2 and x plus 5. Remember, you can always check by foiling to see if it's correct. All right. The second scenario is done very similarly, except now the middle term is negative. So we just have to consider that. So again, what multiplies to 56, that adds to negative 15. So you can think of a couple of factors like 2 and 28 and 7 and 8. Now, 7 times 8 is positive 56, but how do we make it add to negative 15? Okay, well, we know that two negatives, when added together, give you a negative, but when you multiply them, two negatives make a positive. So you have to have two negatives in this situation where the middle term is negative, but the last term is positive. So that gives us x minus 7 and x minus 8. Okay, then scenario number 3 is now where that last term c value is negative. In this case, you factor it the same way. So what multiplies to negative 63 and adds to 2. So what comes to mind is 9 and 7. Now, ask yourself a question. How do I get these to add to positive 2 but negative 63 when you multiply them? So obviously you have to have a negative and a positive. So you have two scenarios. One where you make the 9 negative, or one where you make the 7 negative. In this case, if you test it out, negative 9 plus 7 is negative 2. But when you add 9 plus negative 7, bigger number is positive. It comes out to positive. So this will be your factors. So x plus 9 and x minus 2. And then the last scenario is where everything is negative. So same scenario, we'll multiply to negative 21, that adds to negative 4. So going through it, it's 3 and 7. But in this case, because the last term is negative and the middle term is also negative, that means the negative, or the bigger number, has to be negative. And then you would have x minus 7 and x plus 3. Remember, when we did these in class, you can always test it by foiling these to see if you get the original trinomial expression. Thank you.